What if I told you that everything you have ever wanted, the success, the love, the peace, the abundance, the life of your absolute dreams, is not hiding from you, but you are actually hiding from IT? What if the only wall standing between you and your greatest life is not your bank account, not your background, not your circumstances, not the city you were born in, not the family you came from, but simply the way you think? What if being smart has nothing to do with your school grades, your degrees hanging on walls, or the certificates collecting dust in your drawer? What if being truly smart means mastering the one thing that controls everything in your life, your own mind? Right now, in this very moment, there are people with less talent than you, fewer resources than you, more problems than you, who are living the life you only dream about at night. Why? Because they figured out one secret. They learned to think differently. They learned to see differently. They learned to be differently. And today, right here, right now, you are going to learn that same secret. Stay with me till the very end, because what you are about to hear will change your life forever. What if the most powerful force in this entire universe is not money, not connections, not luck, not even hard work, but simply the quality of your thoughts? What if everything you have ever wanted is already waiting for you on the other side of a single decision? The decision to think smarter, live smarter, and be smarter every single day of your existence on this earth. Let me tell you something that will shake you to your very core today. Most people walk through their entire lives like sleepwalkers, eyes open, but completely blind to the infinite possibilities surrounding them every single second. They wake up every morning carrying yesterday's pain, yesterday's failures, yesterday's limitations into a brand new day that has never existed before. They look at their empty bank accounts and say, I am poor. They look at their broken relationships and say, I am unlucky. They look at their unrealized dreams and say, it was never meant for me. And then they genuinely wonder, why nothing in their life ever changes. The answer is terrifyingly simple. What you think, you become. What you believe, you receive. What you see for yourself, the universe will eventually agree with. This is not motivation. This is not poetry. This is the most ancient, most tested, most scientifically supported truth about human existence that has ever been discovered. And the moment you truly understand this, not just hear it, not just nod your head at it, but truly feel it in the deepest part of your soul, that is the moment your entire life begins to transform. What if your thoughts are literally building your reality brick by brick, and you have been using the wrong bricks your entire life? Here is something that will genuinely disturb you if you think about it deeply enough. Every single thought you think sends out a signal, an actual energetic frequency, into the universe around you. Every single moment of every single day, your mind is broadcasting, and the universe, this magnificent, intelligent, endlessly generous universe, is always listening, always responding, always matching what you send out with what it sends back. This is not fantasy. This is physics. This is the law of vibration. This is the fundamental principle that governs every single thing that has ever happened in your life. Think about the last time you woke up in a terrible mood. Everything went wrong that day, didn't it? You spilled your coffee. You hit every red light. Your boss was difficult. Your phone battery died at the worst possible moment. You came home exhausted and defeated, and you thought, what a horrible day. This always happens to me. But here is the shocking truth. The day did not create your mood. Your mood created the day. Your internal frequency attracted every single one of those experiences because you were broadcasting at the frequency of frustration, defeat, and negativity from the very moment you opened your eyes. Now flip that completely. Think about the days when you woke up feeling genuinely excited, genuinely grateful, genuinely alive. Did things not seem to flow differently? Did opportunities not appear from nowhere? Did people not seem kinder, more helpful, more cooperative? Did solutions not arrive more easily? That was not coincidence. That was not luck. That was the universe responding to the frequency you were broadcasting. Being smart means understanding this at the deepest possible level and then choosing your frequency every single morning like your life depends on it, because it absolutely does. The tragedy of most human lives is that people allow their external circumstances to dictate their internal state. They wait for good things to happen before they allow themselves to feel good. They wait for success before they allow themselves to feel successful. They wait for abundance before they allow themselves to feel abundant. But smart people, truly smart people, understand that this equation works in reverse. You must feel it first. You must think it first. You must be it first. And then the external world has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your internal reality. The outside world is always a reflection of the inside world. Change the inside, and the outside must change. This is not optional. This is law. What if the story you keep telling yourself about your limitations is the only prison that has ever held you captive? There is a study that was conducted with fleas. Yes, ordinary fleas. Scientists placed fleas in a glass jar and put a lid on top. The fleas jumped and jumped and jumped, hitting the lid repeatedly. After some time, the scientists removed the lid. And here is what happened that will absolutely shock you. The fleas continued jumping at exactly the same height as the lid, even though the lid was gone, even though there was nothing stopping them from jumping as high as they wanted, even though they were completely free. They kept limiting themselves to the height that the lid had once imposed on them. They had been conditioned. They had learned their limitations so completely that they no longer needed the physical barrier to keep them contained. The barrier had moved from the glass into their tiny flea minds. Now I want you to sit with that story for a moment, because I want you to ask yourself, where is your lid? What invisible ceiling have you been bumping against your entire life? Not because it is actually there, but because you have been told it is there. Because someone once told you that you were not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough, not from the right family, not from the right city, not educated enough, not connected enough. And you believed them. And then you kept believing them. And then you started telling yourself the same story until you could not even see the open sky above you anymore. Being smart, truly, powerfully, magnificently smart, means identifying these invisible lids. It means questioning every single limitation you have ever accepted as truth. It means looking at the ceiling of your ambition and asking, who put this here? Was it me? Do I actually believe this? Or was this handed to me by someone who is also living under their own invisible ceiling? Because here is the earth-shattering reality. Most of the limitations in your life were given to you by people who were themselves limited. Broken people passed their brokenness to you disguised as wisdom. Afraid people passed their fear to you disguised as caution. Defeated people passed their defeat to you disguised as realism. And you accepted all of it without ever examining it, without ever questioning it, without ever realizing that their ceiling was never meant to be your ceiling. The moment you reject these inherited limitations, the moment you look at your conditioned beliefs and say, this does not belong to me, I did not choose this, and I am choosing differently now. That is the moment you become genuinely, powerfully, unstoppably smart. That is the moment the jar opens. That is the moment the sky becomes not just possible, but inevitable. What if your intentions are so powerful that the entire universe has to cooperate with them when they are set with absolute clarity and absolute conviction? Let me paint you a picture. Imagine two archers standing side by side. Both have the same bow. Both have the same arrows. Both have equal physical strength. But one archer closes his eyes, loses focus, and shoots his arrow into the darkness, hoping it lands somewhere useful. The other archer fixes his eyes with laser precision on the exact center of the target, feels the arrow leaving his fingers, already sees it hitting the bullseye before it even flies, and then releases. Which archer do you think hits the target? Every single time, without exception. Your intentions work exactly the same way. Most people live their lives like the first archer, wanting things vaguely, hoping things improve generally, wishing for better circumstances without ever defining what better actually looks like. They say, I want to be rich, without ever deciding exactly what rich means to them. They say, I want to be happy, without ever determining what happiness specifically feels like in their daily existence. They say, I want success without ever painting a precise picture of what success looks like in their own unique life. And then they are shocked, genuinely shocked, when nothing arrives. Being smart means setting intentions with absolute precision and absolute power. It means sitting down and deciding, not hoping, not wishing, not daydreaming, but deciding with every fiber of your being what you intend to create in your life. There is a profound difference between a wish and an intention. A wish is passive. A wish sits in an armchair and hopes the world delivers something nice. An intention is active. An intention stands up, looks the universe directly in the eye, and declares, "This is what I am creating. This is what I am becoming. This is what is already mine, and I am simply calling it forward into my physical reality." When your intentions become this clear, this powerful, this unshakable, something extraordinary begins to happen. Doors open that you never even knew existed. People appear in your life who have exactly the knowledge you need. Opportunities present themselves from directions you never anticipated. Coincidences, and I want you to pay very close attention to this word. Coincidences begin to multiply at a rate that cannot be explained by logic alone, because they are not coincidences. They are the universe cooperating with your intention. They are the intelligent energy of this cosmos rearranging itself in response to the frequency of your focused, clear, unwavering desire. Smart people do not call these coincidences. Smart people call these confirmations. Confirmations that they are on the right path. Confirmations that the universe heard them. Confirmations that everything they decided to create is already on its way. What if changing a single word in daily vocabulary has the power to completely transform your entire identity and everything you attract into your life? This one will absolutely stop you in your tracks. Are you ready? The most powerful words in the human language are not "I love you." They are not "you are beautiful." They are not even "I believe in you." The most powerful words, the words that shape your identity, program your subconscious, and signal to the universe what you are the two words that follow "I am." Whatever you place after "I am," you are writing your destiny. You are signing a contract with your subconscious mind and with the universe itself. I am tired. Congratulations, you have just instructed every cell in your body and every force in the universe to make you more tired. I am unlucky. You have just sent out a homing signal for more bad luck to find you. I am not good enough. You have just shut the door on every opportunity that was trying to reach you. But I am capable. Watch what happens. I am worthy of abundance. Feel the shift. I am becoming the person who has everything I desire. And suddenly, the entire game changes. Being smart means being obsessively, deliberately, intentionally careful about what follows your "I am," because those two words are not just words. They are commands. They are instructions. They are the most direct line of communication between your conscious mind, your subconscious programming, and the creative intelligence of the universe. Every single morning, before you check your phone, before you read the news, before you let the world pour its noise into your mind, speak your "I am" statements. Say them out loud. Say them with conviction. Say them until your body feels them, until your nervous system accepts them, until your subconscious mind stops arguing with them and starts building a life around them. Smart people have figured out that the conversation they have with themselves every day is infinitely more important than any conversation they will ever have with another person, because every other relationship in your life flows from the relationship you have with yourself, and that relationship is built entirely on the words, the daily, habitual, automatic words that follow "I am." Change those words and you change everything. Everything. What if the universe is so extraordinarily abundant that your success, your wealth, your happiness, and your greatness literally does not take anything away from anyone else, and understanding this single truth could set you free from every limitation you have ever known? Here is a belief that destroys more lives than any disease, any disaster, any economic crisis in human history: the belief in scarcity, the belief that there is not enough money, not enough success, not enough love, not enough opportunity, not enough room at the top. The belief that for you to win, someone else must lose. That for you to rise, someone else must fall. That the pie of abundance is finite, and if you take a larger slice, someone somewhere gets less. This belief is not just wrong, it is catastrophically, devastatingly, life-destroyingly wrong. Look at nature for one moment. Does the ocean worry that if it gives water to one river, it will run dry? Does the sun worry that if it shines on one flower, it will have less light for another? Does the earth worry that if one tree grows tall, it steals sky from the tree beside it? Abundance is the fundamental nature of this universe. Abundance is not the exception, it is the default. Scarcity is a human invention. Scarcity is a story created by fearful minds to control, to compete, to hoard, and to keep each other small. Being smart means completely, totally, and permanently rejecting the scarcity story. It means looking at someone else's success and feeling genuinely, sincerely inspired rather than threatened. It means understanding that their achievement is not proof that there is less available for you. It is proof that achievement is possible. It is a map. It is evidence. It is the universe showing you what can be done. Smart people look at successful people and say, if they could, so can I. Small people look at successful people and say, they took what could have been mine. One mindset opens doors. The other nails them shut. One mindset says the universe is a partner. The other says the universe is a competition. One creates everything. The other creates nothing but bitterness, jealousy, and a life half-lived. The abundance of this universe is so vast, so endless, so magnificently beyond human comprehension that there is enough wealth, enough love, enough joy, enough success, enough opportunity for every single human being who has ever existed, who exists today and who will ever exist in the future. And still the universe would not even notice what was taken. Think about that. Let it sink into every cell of your body. You are not competing with anyone. You are creating. And creation has no ceiling. Creation has no limit. Creation has no scarcity. And you reading this right now, hearing this right now, you are a creator. Act like one. What if every single failure, every devastating setback, every crushing disappointment in your life was not happening to you, but was actually happening for you? And recognizing this difference is what separates people who get everything from people who get nothing. Thomas Edison failed, depending on the account you read, somewhere between 1,000 and 10,000 times before he successfully created the light bulb. 1,000 times, perhaps 10,000. Can you imagine, can you genuinely imagine failing at something 1,000 times and still showing up, still believing, still trying? When a reporter asked Edison how it felt to fail so many times, his answer was so profoundly, stunningly smart that it has echoed through history for over a century. He said, "I have not failed. I have successfully found 10,000 ways that will not work." Read that again. I have successfully found 10,000 ways that will not work. Not failure, not defeat, not evidence of unworthiness. Successful findings, data, information, progress disguised as setback. Every failure not as a reason to quit, but as a reason to refine. And then he lit up the world. Being smart means developing this exact same relationship with failure. It means understanding at the cellular level that failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the process of success. Failure is the curriculum. Failure is the training ground. Failure is the universe's way of saying, not this way, try again. You are getting closer. Keep going. Every person who has ever achieved anything magnificent in this world has a story filled with failure, rejection, humiliation, loss, and devastation. Every single one of them. The difference between them and the people who gave up is not talent. It is not intelligence. It is not luck. It is simply that they refused to let failure be the final word. They let failure be a teacher, not a tombstone. Smart people fail forward. They extract the lesson from every loss. They find the gift in every difficulty. They look at their most painful experiences and ask, what is this teaching me? What am I learning? How is this making me better, stronger, wiser, more prepared for the extraordinary life that is waiting for me? And here is what happens when you develop this mindset. Failure loses its power to stop you because you no longer experience failure as an ending. You experience it as a chapter. And you understand that no matter how dark, how painful, how devastating a chapter is, it is never the whole story. The whole story, your whole story, is still being written, and the best chapters are ahead. So here we are. We have traveled together through some of the most powerful truths about human potential, human intelligence, and human greatness that have ever been explored. And I want to bring everything back to one single, crystalline, unforgettable truth, the truth that this entire speech was built upon. Being smart is not about memorizing facts. It is not about academic degrees. It is not about impressing people with vocabulary or credentials or achievements on paper. Being truly, powerfully, life-changingly smart is about mastering the invisible world, the world of your thoughts, your beliefs, your intentions, your words, your perceptions, and your response to every experience life places before you. It is about understanding that you are the architect of your reality, not your circumstances, not your past, not other people, not luck. You, your mind, your energy, your choices, made fresh, new, and powerful every single morning, you are blessed enough to open your eyes. The person who thinks clearly, believes powerfully, intends deliberately, speaks carefully, sees abundance where others see scarcity, and learns courageously from every failure, that person gets everything. Not some things, not a few good things. Everything, because the universe does not give based on need. It does not give based on how hard you work or how many hours you grind. It gives based on alignment. It gives based on the signal you are sending. It gives based on who you are being, not just what you are doing. You came into this world with everything you need to have everything you want. The intelligence is already inside you. The power is already inside you. The greatness is already inside you. The only question that has ever mattered is whether you are going to choose to access it. Whether you are going to choose to be smart enough to see what is already available to you. Whether you are going to make that choice today, not tomorrow, not when things get better, not when you feel more ready. Today, be smart, think powerfully, believe infinitely, intend specifically, speak carefully, see abundantly, fail forward. And I promise you, with every bit of certainty I possess, you will not just get some things in life, you will get everything that is meant for you. And everything that is meant for you is far greater than anything your current mind can even imagine.